Carrie and Billy D, how nice to see both of you under these happy circumstances. We met on the first Star Wars, but Billy, as they're saying, you're the new kid in town.
Yes, indeed. It's nice to see you again, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. Billy, do you think that there are going to be some people who are going to say, oh, well, there he is, the token black now, and what do you have to say to those people?
Well, I don't think about things like that, really. I just want to have a lot of fun, and this is part of it. And I was very pleased to be invited as a part of the Star Wars cast.
Your role, are you, now that you look at it, are you pleased, and did it turn out the way that you thought it would?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was quite pleased. I was astounded when I saw it for the first time about 2 weeks ago. I mean, the production is just incredible. And everybody else in it is just incredible, besides me.
It is your first time to do anything of this sort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, it's got to be feel a little strange, doesn't it, when you were working?
Well, it was a different rhythm, you know, and this movie has its own personality. But everybody was, Carrie and Mark and Harrison and Kirst, everybody was very, very helpful to me, and I think I got into it. You know, it's a real departure for me, really. But I really enjoyed myself.
Carrie, I remember when we talked during Star Wars, and you said that it was so difficult because the effects weren't there and you were talking to a blank screen or something. Did you have any advice for Billy D to help him adjust to this kind of thing?
Just to learn your lines and don't run into the asteroids.
That's right.
No, we all, you know, have to learn how to, no, he picked it up real easy. I mean, you just do what you got to do.
She beat me up a lot.
I may look little, but I cut him down to size. No, we all have to look at a piece of tape and, you know, agree that it's an asteroid or a Minoc or some kind of space monster. So it just requires a lot of concentration, a lot of imagination, and great willingness to be a little foolish, a little childlike.
What do you remember about Cloud City, about doing that particular segment?
His planet? Well, I remember it was...
A lot of props around.
there was really a lot that wasn't there, but it was beautiful, actually. The things that were there were actually some of the matte shots behind us were beautiful. But I think that was a little easier to do than the cockpit sequences are the most difficult and so forth. So Cloud City, I have a couple of fond memories about Cloud City.
What's so difficult about the cockpit?
Oh, well, that's where they put all the blue screen stuff. So when we're in a cockpit and you see stars, or when we see it for the first time like anybody else. There's nothing there. And, you know, that's a lot of times that they'll shoot the front of that, then they'll shoot the side of it, then they'll shoot the back of it. And all the time you got to match exactly what you did when you did the first one, which would be the front of it.
Yeah, there's so much more activity and so much more action going on.
In a little cramped quarters, it's real hot.
You know, director's saying, you know, there's this over there and there's that over there.
Right, a lot of it's directed without sound, just so you can get it exactly right when they put in those effects later. Like when I see one of the little creatures that's like eating the ship apart, they have to direct without sound, and he'll say, okay, now you hear something over here. Now you hear it a little over there, now you hear it in the front, now you see it and you scream! And so, and it's all, you sort of feel like, what am I, you know, a puppet here? You know.
Streaming our favorite shows, keeping in touch with our loved ones, and even our banking is mostly done online these days. We'd like to think our information is safe, but as our online footprint increases, so does our need for proper security. Surfshark adds an extra layer of security when you're online to keep all of your passwords, photos, and videos safe. There's a lot of websites and hackers that take your info without you even knowing it, but you can swim under their radar using Surfshark VPN, a virtual private network. Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your information by encrypting all of the data that you send through the internet. You can stop websites from tracking your info and selling targeted ads to you. With the click of a button, you can forget about data mining and intrusive advertisements. One of my favorite features of Surfshark is that you can see content not available in your area. Disney Plus or Netflix, for example, have different movies for each country. Access should not be tied to a region. In China, YouTube and most social media websites are banned. With Surfshark, you can solve the problem by simply changing your location. Just connect to the service and refresh the page. Surfshark is an app and browser extension that enables you to place your laptop or phone anywhere in the world and allows you to access the internet as if you were in that country. You can watch any content anywhere in the world on any of your devices. Surfshark turns you into an anonymous and hard-to-trace online user and makes the internet a safer and more enjoyable place for you. I use Surfshark every day. It automatically starts up whenever I start my PC, and whenever I need it, I activate it with just one click. Surfshark is the only VPN to offer one account to use on an unlimited number of devices. If you want both protection and freedom online, use my code NMSW, short for Not My Star Wars, to get 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out for yourself. The link is in the description below.
Carrie, do you feel that the success of Star Wars gave you more confidence as an actress?
No, it just, well, yeah, certainly. Any experience, any acting experience gets you more, sort of, it's under your belt. You got more to fall back on and so forth. But it's a particular type of acting that I don't, you can't bring as much of your own reality to it, your own experiences. Like, what if the hyperspace doesn't work? You have to find an equivalent in your own life. It's not like doing a contemporary piece where you can really sort of draw that circle, and where the overlap is much more limited in this situation than it would be in a contemporary piece.
Were you pleased about the romantic involvement with Han?
Sure, I think, necking in space is fine.
Would you have changed anything about it if you'd been directing it?
Maybe more kissing. No, I think it's directed wonderfully. I think, Kirshner did a wonderful job with the film. All the characters are much more developed, and the relationships between them are developed, so I'm very pleased with it.
Billy Dee, something about you I did not know, even though we have met and interviewed before, is that you're a painter.
Yes.
And you're going to have a show, a gallery show.
Well, there's nothing definite right now, but a lot of people have been asking me to have a show, so what I've been doing is preparing a lot of pieces. I got about 20 pieces now, but I think I need about 10 more, about 30 pieces before I decide to show anything.
What kinds of things do you do?
Well, lately I've been working because in my home I don't have a studio, and I've been thinking about building one or perhaps getting another house and getting one, but so I can't really get into my oils as much as I would like to, so I've been working a lot in pastel. I do what is considered representational work.
You're a realist.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Although I do abstract and not objective things too, but I prefer doing more things more real.
Did Star Wars, or did working in The Empire Strikes Back, did that inspire you to want to do anything of that nature?
Well, I always carry my little pad with me and my color pencils, and I started doing self-portraits, which I always find difficult to do, but I tried to do one as the character of Lando Calrissian, And I think I got one in there. I did about 3 of them. I think I got one in there that kind of captures something about the character. But it's interesting when you start doing things like that, really. You have pretty teeth. Pretty smart. Really.
I don't know what that has to do with art.
But
Carrie, do you do anything in the creative field besides act? Do you paint or sculpt or anything?
I write a little bit. I play terrible piano. I would be interested in doing anything else in film. I'm a real film buff, I've seen all the old films, so I love films. And I'd love to be able to someday be involved in another aspect of it, maybe behind the camera, or under it, or on top of it, or something.
Do you own some prints?
Some prints of films?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Well, I have, one of those 1/4-inch video cassette thing, and I
Right.
also have 16mm camera. But it's my mother has a big collection of film and so forth, so I can pick that up from her.
Yeah, so you'll get her collection someday, probably.
I'll go steal it while she's away.
Carrie, nice to see you again. Billy Dee, good to see you.
It's good to see
And
you.
thanks to both of you for entertaining us so marvelously in The Empire Strikes Back.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. May the Force be with you.
Impressive. Most impressive.